Hey there, it's Rob, the Ignorant Entrepreneur, and I'm sure we're all fans of The Wolf of Wall Street. And maybe not the actual guy, but the story, the movie, all very captivating, especially for young people that just wanted to get money fast. And that brings us to the Wolf of Airbnb. Now the FBI is knocking on his door. We all know the end of this story, right? I thought the way that this guy went about allegedly breaking the law was actually pretty clever. And who knows, he might have gotten away with it had he only paid his landlords, but I guess that was part of the scheme. So this New York City grifter, he sadly met the end of the tale. He was wearing the ankle bracelet. He's having the conversations, getting other people. Nah, nothing like that. However, the Wolf of Airbnb, Konrad Bicher is his name. It's the FBI that actually alleged from 2019 to late April of this year, Bicher signed lease agreements to rent Manhattan apartments. During that time, he allegedly refused to pay rent while handing over the properties to other people on, as the indictment states, online marketplaces, supposedly racking up $1.17 million in the process while avoiding millions more in lease violations and fines. Now, mind you, New York City law restricts people from renting out apartments for less than 30 days in the kinds of buildings that Bicher was known to frequent. The indictment further claims that the 30-year-old Bicher did this scheme with at least 18 units in Manhattan, each of which had clauses that restricted people living there from renting their apartment out to third parties without consent of the owner. Even still, Bicher allegedly put these properties up for stay online and sometimes even got the front desk to make copies of his keys for the subrenters. Anyway, the FBI said that when he was asked about these stays, he would sometimes call them business associates. That's a fairly good cover-up, I suppose, if they didn't have the communication online. However, it really came to heat when the Wolf wouldn't pay his rent. Naturally, the owners would either try to remove him or get him to pay up, but Bicher found ways to hold them off. Unfortunately, he should have realized I was only going to draw more attention to what he was already doing, which was wrong. On one occasion, Bicher allegedly sent emails to landlords saying he was advised by his attorneys not to pay rent until the pandemic is over. Apparently, there were at least 30 online accounts that rented those units to people online. The FBI said Bicher would distribute those payments among at least 33 different accounts at 8 different banks or payment processing companies. 11 of those accounts were under the name Konrad Bicher, according to the indictment. Court documents show Bicher was released from custody on $200,000 bail July 20th, and he's restricted to travel in New York, his supposed employment in Florida, and to his home in Texas. His preliminary hearing is set for August 19th, and yeah, as pointed out by the Daily Beast, Bicher has been at the center of several other civil lawsuits for denying others to vacate property or not paying any of the landlord's agreed rent. The lawsuit also claims Bicher even had those properties to rent out film crews in the past. So he knew the game. He'd been doing this for a while. He said, might as well rent these out to other people. The penalty's not too steep, till it was. So the feds got him, and we already know the feds' conviction rate. But also he's got 20 other cases, at least one of them seeking $1.5 million in damages, signed and sealed. And of course, it never ceases to amuse me with these people. And I understand they're trying to accentuate living the lifestyle, right? They haven't had it before. They haven't really got it legit. But when they do finally get a lot of money, they of course have to show off, right? So one of the ways Bicher exposed himself was that he had a Twitter account. He was posting pictures of himself stepping onto private planes and all over sports cars. It's like you're putting a target on your back. If you weren't already doing all these extra things like not paying your rent, but then even going so far as to post how well you're living online, the feds are going to come knocking. It's like that guy on Netflix. It was a series about the swindler, the Tinder swindler. It's like, it doesn't help your case that you're out here flaunting a lifestyle and you're taking advantage of all these women. But of course, he didn't even get a slap on the wrist. He got nothing. He got off. Now, again, this video was for educational purposes. I found the story to be interesting. Pretty innovative way to make money, rent out a place, then sub-rent it to somebody else, and just don't pay your rent. So you're just raking in what the homeowners would make. Let me clarify, though, for you jokers out there, I do not condone this behavior. I would never do this, and I don't advise you do it either. Let me know what you guys think of this video and The Wolf of Airbnb in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been The Ignorant Entrepreneur. I'm out.